Hey YouTube, it's your girl and I am here to do another dupe tutorial video. This is going to be using the Okalan Amazonian clay palette, which is actually a dupe for the Tarteist palette that I actually do not have. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and show you how I was able to recreate a Tarteist look using the Okalan palette. The first shade that I started off with is called Classic, and all I did was I used it with a big crease fluffy brush that I got from Royal and Langnickel, and I applied it all over the top part of my lid going underneath my brow. Next I'm going to be using my Moda brush, which is a crease brush, and the shade Chick. Now I'm going to be applying this in my crease, but I'm also going to be moving this shade upward. The next shadow I'm using is called Innocent, and I'm going to be taking that with the same crease brush and applying that directly into my crease. Okay, the next shade that I'm going to be using is called No Filter. I'm going to be kind of creating a halo type of look. I'm going to be applying this to the inner and outer corners of my eye. Next, I'm going to be taking just a generic pencil brush, and I'm going to be dipping into the shade Mod. I'm going to also layer that on top of No Filter and also kind of push it in towards the inner part of my lid. The next shadow I'm using is called Drama, and I'm also going to be using that to help build up this color to create a more of a dramatic halo. Okay, so the last matte shade I'm going to be using is the black in the palette, which is called Pump. I'm going to use it very sparingly. I only wanted to emphasize that this is a halo look. So now I'm going to be taking the shade Glam, which is a nice pretty shimmery champagne color. I'm going to be using a concealer brush to apply it to my lid and concentrating that just on the center of my lid. I'm also going to go back into the palette into the shade Mod, and I'm going to kind of blend Glam and Mod together, but just making sure that it's a nice fade type of transition. Next, I'm going to go ahead and wet my brush. I'm just going to use some basic Gerard Cosmetics, and I'm going to be applying Glam directly to the lid just to intensify the shimmer. Now I'm going to be applying my Marc Jacobs eyeliner. I'm not going to be creating a wing this time. I'm just making a very thin line with this liner just so that it looks right with my lashes. I'm going to be using my Senna Individual mascara wand to have some mascara down so that the lashes can blend in easier. The lashes that I'm using is from Koko lashes or Lady Moss, and they are in the style Risque. I love using these more of a doe type lashes when I'm doing halo looks. It just makes the eyes look more dramatic and open. Next, I'm going in with Danessa Myricks Prism Illuminizing Base. It is an amazing product, you guys. It gives my skin this inner glow after I put on my foundation. I love using a powder foundation on top of this, or pretty much with any illuminizing primer, but this, it is amazing. I have oily skin, and this does not hurt my oily skin. I don't get oily with this. I don't have to put on the primer on top of it. It is just amazing. Next, I'm applying some concealer from Sephora in the shade Custard. It's a little bit on the light side, so I'm taking my NARS concealer in the shade Ginger, and I'm going to be blending that with my finger on top of where I put the Danessa Myricks, but I'm just using this underneath my eye. Now I'm going to be taking my kabuki brush from Bdellium Tools and my MAC Studio Fix foundation, but this time I'm using the shade NC41, which is a new color for me. I've never tried NC41 before, but I am loving it. It looks really, really good on top of the Danessa Myricks Illuminizing Prism primer, and I think it's going to be a staple. Now I'm going to be trying the NYX Contour Stick. One of you guys asked for me to try this stick. I got the shade Deep, and I find it best that I apply it with my finger and kind of blend it out. And it's a nice contour. It's not as deep as I would like it to be, but it works great and I really like it. So since it's not as deep as I would like it to be, I'm going to go back in with my Kat Von D bronzing sculpting powder. I forgot the name of it, but it's from her Shade and Light palette, and I'm just going to be going over where I put the NYX shade stick at. Now I'm just going to be applying a little bit more of the NC41 foundation, just so that that shade stick and that contour powder from Kat Von D isn't just all over the place. I want it to look like it's coming from within. The blush I'm going to be using is from Juvias Place in the shade B. It's a really, really nice mauve plum type color. Now I was able to get a hold of the Bobbi Brown Moon Glow highlighter. This is their 2017 holiday highlighter. I'm going to apply it basically to the apple and highlight area of my cheeks, and that's basically about it. I didn't want too much highlighter today. I was actually on my way just to the market to get all of my Thanksgiving supplies. Now during the winter time, I tend to wear lipsticks and glosses. I kind of shy away from the liquid mattes. This time I'm going to be using the colored Raine lip gloss in the shade XOXO, and pretty much that is it. I'm going to go ahead and go underneath my eyes with the Glam and Mod. I am also going to use some of the Senna mascara, and I'm also going to put down a liner in the shade Black Russian from MAC, and I'm going to set everything with MAC Fix Plus. Now as far as the eyeshadow palette goes, I can't tell you if it's a sure enough dupe because I don't have the original palette, but I do love that the names are the same from the Tarteist palette and into the Okalan palette. I purchased it from Shop Hush. I don't remember how much I paid for it, but normally it's gonna be around $10, $15, maybe even $16. Everything else, like the Danessa Myricks Illuminizing primer, I absolutely love. I love the lashes. I really, really like the look that I was able to come up with. I even used the BH Cosmetics pomade for my brows, and I am now in love with this brow pomade. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this tutorial, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye!